Okay, so I have seen a couple posts on Facebook about people that have fly problems, and actually my mom, because we live on a farm, we have a lot of fly issues too, and this year has been really bad because our winter was pretty warm. So my mom had found a couple years ago a video online showing how to make some fly traps, and we haven't really seen many lately, so we wanted to make one and show you how we catch our flies here on the farm. Obviously these are outside, they're not for in your house. You don't want to attract them into your house, you want them to stay away from your house. So this is how we make ours, and this is what you need. So you need a box cutter or utility knife, a marker, some string, a soda bottle, some water. You can use some kind of smelly thing. We're using tuna today. You can use fish, dog poop, which is kind of gross, but flies love it. Anything that's just smelly and gross. Old fish, old food, anything, manure.
That will stink.
Anything that will smell really awful. And then, of course, your can opener to open your fish. So here we are. We're going to get started.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take our soda bottle. We're going to leave our lid on. And we're going to just put 2 X's on either side just to kind of mark where we're going to put our holes, because we need some place for the flies to crawl in. Because once they crawl in through the holes, they'll drop down into the water and the funky food that's in there, and they can't get back out. They don't know enough to crawl back out the holes. So we're going to take our utility knife. I don't put it out all the way, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So you're just going to basically follow that X pattern. So you're just going to poke it in and just kind of cut it. And then you're going to stick your finger in there, and you'll be able to fold back the little V's that you've cut, so you have a hole. So we're going to do one on the other side, and they don't have to be, they have to be big enough for a fly to crawl through. So if they're small, you don't want them too big because you don't want the flies having a space to get out. So you don't want to make a giant hole, but anything that's fairly small will work. And they don't have to be perfectly even either. Okay, so we have our 2 holes. All right, so then the second thing that we're going to do is we are going to open up. I'm using tuna. You can use chicken livers, raw hamburger. The bloodier, the potential for stinkier, the better, is my philosophy. Alrighty, I'm just going to use this to pop this can open. Whoops. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to leave the juice and everything, dumping out a little water. I'm going to leave that right in there. And we're going to use my fingers.
Yummy.
Okay. All right. So, and I'm going to use my fingers because you want this to be broken up. It just because of it makes it easier to pour into the bottle. Now you can use a funnel to pour it into the bottle. I just do it over my sink. I just set it in here and basically pour this in. Okay. So we're gonna want our liquid to be about 1/4 of the way up the bottle. You want enough liquid so that it doesn't dry out, because the more moisture it has, the more funky it's gonna get, and the worse it smells, the more flies you're gonna attract. So basically, we're gonna put our lid back on. We're gonna take a piece of string. I usually double this. This is cotton twine, but you can use anything to hang it, such as a piece of chain if you have it. I double this because it is cotton, and I just tie this around here, make a knot, and then I tie these two together. And there is our fly trap. Now, it's going to take a couple days for this to get nice and smelly. So you're going to want to hang this away from where your porches are, your doors are, away from your house in and of itself. So if you don't live on a farm, you probably may want to hang it at the opposite end of your yard on a fence, because it's going to attract the flies. Flies attract other flies. So this is a new one, and I'll show you one that I've had hung up for less than a week.